Hey guys, welcome back to the show. If you would hit subscribe, if you're already subscribed, make sure you hit the thumbs up button so the algorithm takes this video out to everybody. Guys, apparently, ever since Elon Musk took over at Doge, he's been overseeing a lot of layoffs, making a lot of cuts, and there's a lot of people that aren't really excited about his close ties with President Trump. So apparently, in an act of rebellion, there's been some vandalism occurring at various Tesla outlets or dealerships, excuse me, along with Tesla cars and even some of their charging stations. So I put together some videos here for us to just kind of get an idea of what's going on.
This Tesla store in Loveland, Colorado has been hit with a series of vandalism incidents recently, including attempted arson. As you can see, the store now has security from dusk until dawn.
All right, so that's arson that is about to potentially happen that they're trying to prevent.
This is ridiculous!
Just look at the vandalism to this $100,000 Tesla Cybertruck. Dozens of Cybertrucks at a parking lot in Fort Lauderdale were spray painted with a vulgar term directed
wow.
at Tesla owner Elon Musk. Some vandals recorded themselves in the act.
Wow, that is hardcore. That is crazy. I didn't know those Cybertrucks came in all those different colors because the ones I always see are like the same stock color.
3 Tesla vehicles were damaged in Dedham, Massachusetts. This occurred at a Tesla dealership on Providence Highway in Dedham. The damage was discovered Tuesday morning at the dealership on Route 1. They saw that 3 Tesla Cybertrucks had their tires slashed, as you can see here, as well as graffiti. Dedham police responded and saw that there was also graffiti tagging on the door of the dealership, and that graffiti tagging matched the graffiti that was on the Tesla Cybertrucks. This follows a bunch of attacks that have taken place at various Teslas. As you remember, in Littleton, Mass, a couple of weeks ago, a Tesla charging station was set on fire. They're still investigating that. In Brookline last week or the week before, a man from Roslindale was putting Elon Musk stickers on Teslas with him giving the NAZI salute. Have to censor myself here on TikTok. There's also been lots of protests at Tesla dealerships. I actually saw one the other day in Watertown, Mass. So it's just like a growing sentiment of negativity towards Elon Musk and, as you can see, Tesla.
So I'm also hearing that a lot of Tesla owners are trying to sell their vehicle because they're upset. Many are covering the T at the front of the vehicle. And I guess if you're not a Tesla fan and not an Elon fan, I can see how you'd want to get rid of your vehicle. I'm wondering if it's lowering the price significantly.
I've seen a lot of vandalism cases over the years, but this one might take the cake. Hopefully we'll be able to clean this off for the customer and not have to paint it, but we'll see. But thanks to our amazing staff, we were able to save the panels.
Wow.
We didn't have to paint them. We just did a light buff and remove the damage. Hopefully the customer will be happy with the results. So here's the car.
So much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. This is a lifesaver today.
Good.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
glad you liked it. We got it all clean. Hopefully
You know, it's a tough deal because I can see how people are upset, but what you're hurting is other people probably more than Elon. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are down below if you don't mind.
To tell the Elon Trump and Tesla, look what's going on all over America.
If you're going to touch a Tesla, go to a dealership, do anything, you better watch out because we're coming after you. In recent weeks, Teslas were engulfed by a fire.
Wow. So I knew that there were people that were upset, but I didn't know it was becoming a national thing. F
How much longer
Elon,
is a house gonna let
Trump
this
sold us.
motherfucker do? He violated HIPAA, sold all our identities too. Elon, take your ass back to Africa and take the diaper wearing motherfucker with you.
I guess that's the thing that happens when you have a lot of customers and a lot of fans on one side of the aisle, and then all of a sudden you end up being on the other side of the aisle. I guess it can upset people. You know, we're really polarized in this country nowadays, and people that would be best friends back in the day can no longer stand being in the same room with each other because we're just so different from one another politically. It's crazy.
Intentionally set them on fire around 1 o'clock Monday morning.
I happen to use these charges often, and it's scary that someone would come and torch this because it's hazardous to society, hazardous to the air. And
look at the vandalism to this $100,000 Tesla Cybertruck. Dozens of Cybertrucks at a parking lot in Fort Lauderdale were spray painted with a vulgar term directed at Tesla owner Elon.
4 Tesla Cybertrucks went up in flames at this storage lot in South Seattle. It comes as protests against Elon Musk and his role in the federal government have erupted across the country.
So once again, we are back to a period of time where people are encouraging violence and property destruction on behalf of left-wing causes, and it appears that the target of this particular violence is anyone and everyone who drives and or sells a Tesla for any reason at all whatsoever. And by the way, this is clearly and obviously politically motivated, as we can see many of the messages that are spray painted on these Tesla vehicles say F Elon or F Musk or have some reference to some political cause. And of course, it is being encouraged by people in the left wing like Kyle Kalinske, who's sharing all these different memes of Teslas being destroyed, because it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. And for a lot of these left-wing people, they think you deserve to get hurt because you dared to drive this vehicle. Now, I will point out that although Elon Musk has recently pivoted to the right, has recently become a part of the Trump camp, for a long time, this guy was the darling of the left wing. Very many of these people were praising these particular vehicles, were buying them up because electric was the way of the future. So oftentimes, the people who are being targeted with their personal vehicles are not right-wing at all. They're left-wing environmentalists who don't want to drive a gas-powered vehicle, who know that Tesla is the best in the game in terms of electric vehicles. So you're targeting people who probably agree with you with these attacks. And in addition to that, they're targeting dealerships and all the regular, ordinary instances of terrorism that you get from the left wing when they've decided to target somebody politically.
So do you guys agree with what he's saying, that there's a good chance that this is people on the left actually hurting car owners that happen to be on the left as well? Because what he's saying is true. At one point, there were people that really enjoyed buying these cars because they thought they were helping the environment, right? And all of a sudden, those people are kind of being victimized. It seems like another split in our society, but it's not necessarily split left and right. You're kind of potentially making some people Republican out there, I'd imagine.
Last year, 2024, Tesla took in, $2.4 billion. $2.4 billion. How much did they pay in federal income tax? Want to guess? Yeah, kind of like Trumpy. They paid zero in federal income tax. You know, Elon's the guy who's going around with a chainsaw slashing government agencies, putting tens of thousands of dedicated people out of work. But you know what's kind of worse? That you probably don't know, most of us didn't know. Well, it now turns out that Elon Musk and Tesla grew to the size it is thanks in large part to largesse from Americans. Specifically, Tesla got around $38 billion in government funding. $38 billion. You'd think he'd be a little more grateful. Remember when Zelensky was in the office, the Oval Office, and he got chastised by, like, J.D. Vance for not being grateful, for not saying thank you enough? Remember that? Tesla and Elon got $38 billion of our money. I haven't heard him say how grateful he is. I'm not hearing him say thank you to all of us. Let's wait patiently.
I don't know. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Elon Musk and Tesla, do you feel like they've been given a free ride and that they don't necessarily deserve all the things that they've had done? Or do you actually kind of see what he's doing and how he's cutting things and that there's importance there and that we're kind of getting the fraud out of the system? Let me know your guys' thoughts down below.
So the party of peace and nonviolence is attacking Tesla dealerships, blowing up Tesla cars, and then the ones who are more peaceful and just engaging in their absolute right to boycott a product are selling their Teslas. But what they don't seem to understand, and it's funny because they're all educated, is that Tesla uses the same model as iPhone. You could sell a Tesla, but that actually makes Elon Musk more money. Now he has a new person who's subscribing to all the services. The self-driving is a service. The navigation is, everything's a service in a Tesla. It's like an iPhone. It comes capable, but you have to buy all that extra stuff. So every time you sell your used Tesla, Tesla gets a new customer. New subscription services, new package, new everything. And you know, like an iPhone, they're going to get locked into it.
So I think he's right that they are potentially adding on a brand new customer, right? But they're also losing a customer, and probably more importantly, I would want to ditch a car that people were actively trying to vandalize. The last thing you want to do is come out to your car in the parking lot and it's set on fire or it's got graffiti all over it. So again, if you're getting rid of your vehicle, I can't necessarily say I blame you, but he probably is right. You're creating a new Tesla customer.
So, if the Toyota CEO does something I don't agree with, should I take a baseball bat to every single Toyota I see and beat up innocent people's property? Possibly leaving them without a car? In this economy, is that the moral thing to do?
So she does bring up a good point. That almost all of us own vehicles, and almost all of us rely on that vehicle to get to and from work. And if we don't have that, it really throws everything off and it can lead to us to being borderline homeless. With that being said, if somebody was actively trying to vandalize your car, would you feel the same about this issue, especially if they were doing it for political reasons?
So I have to talk about something that I saw today. I was going to make a tweet saying that I was shocked to see a Tesla in town that had put bumper stickers over the iconic T to kind of hide that it's a Tesla. But literally a half hour later, I saw another Tesla where they had taken like Sharpie to black out the T. And then I fucking shit you not, I just saw a third Tesla that put blue painter's tape over their T. And like, I have never, ever seen somebody hide the Tesla T before.
Ah, that's probably a symbol that people on the left do to let other people that are going to potentially vandalize their car know that, hey, I don't agree with Elon either. I'm guessing if you know better than I do, let me know. What does it mean if they're crossing out the T? Is that somebody that's vandalized their T, or is that them preemptively telling people, I disagree with Elon as well?
That is the ugliest fucking car I've ever seen.
Could you imagine coming to work every day to that group serenading you? Oh my God. By the way, those Tesla trucks, they are a little ugly, aren't they? I'm not against anybody owning any vehicle, but every time I see one of those trucks, I think, golly, this looks like a kindergartner drew this. I do like the cars though. They look nice.
I can't afford to get a new car every time that you guys decide that.
Hi, coming to you from our Tesla right now. So, why are we the bad guys when we bought this? What was it? It was halfway through the Biden administration when he's like, get an EV, you're all gonna have to have EVs by.
No, that's what I was saying, guys. Joe Biden, who was everybody on the left's hero, was asking everybody to, start making the switch over. So they do. And if they own a vehicle that's 5, 6, 7 years old and you're vandalizing it, that doesn't seem very fair to me.
Biden. So we bought an EV. It was great. It's fantastic. And now you guys are attacking people who own these cars when we bought them years ago. Leave us alone. Oh, and then they talk about wanting to sell the cars. Like, oh, I sold my Tesla in protest. Well, guess what? Elon already got your money, girl. He already got your money. And you got no car. You know what? Most of us don't have enough money to get rid of our Teslas, even if we wanted to, which we don't. I mean, the charging station thing, it's a lot. But we just can't. Just, you mother are just nuts.
So what he said there at the end, I don't know if you guys caught it. He goes, a lot of us can't trade our vehicle in even if we wanted to. And why would they want to? If you have something that's a little bit older and it's paid off, you guys know how difficult it is in this economy. And all you guys are doing is not only ruin people's day, but you could be making it where they end up having to resign from their jobs because how are they going to get there?
So I have a confession.
Telsa
I am
instead of Tesla,
officially
Telsa.
ashamed. Every time I get in my car now, so I did ballet. Every time I get in my car, I'm embarrassed and ashamed because I feel like I have a MAGA hat on because I drive a Tesla. I'm just coming from brunch with friends, and the car that I used to love, I loved getting in my car. I love the way it drives. I loved all of that. I feel like I was doing my part to save the world, the planet, by driving electric and not using gas. And now all of a sudden, I feel like my values don't align with my actions and I feel like a fraud. But Tesla stock has dropped and I'm upside down. In my Tesla. So if I sell it, I lose money. But is it worth it? Should I just pay the money out and get something else? What would you do?
Was this the government and maybe even God's way of getting people out of their love affair for electric vehicles? Because think about it, people have been saying for years that between the way they acquire these minerals for the batteries and the cars themselves, they don't seem to last forever. And they end up having a lot of issues and they're super expensive, and people want to kind of go back to the gas-powered car. Maybe this is God's way of saying, go back to the gas-powered car, because it looks like people are not going to be pro electric vehicle going forward unless it's from a completely different company.
Okay, so a friend called me the other day and asked, like, hey, so how do you feel right now about owning a Tesla? And I was like, well, I don't really feel any kind of way about it. We bought our first Tesla almost 7 years ago. My husband was on the waiting list in the first 10,000 to get one of the first Model 3s. And it's been a great car for us. We love the minimal maintenance and not buying gas. So I don't know. I get it. I'm not really supporting Elon right now. But you know, I had a Honda before Tesla, and I have no idea who the owner of Honda was. So I'm feeling okay about it. What do you guys think?
See, I think what she's saying is true. You bought it 7 years ago. When you first bought it, everybody was praising you because you're helping to save the environment. Now here we are 7 years later, people are telling you to get rid of it. My thinking is, why don't you guys let people do what they're going to do and be mad at the person, not necessarily the car owner? Tesla drivers mad now that we use their chargers. So here's the interesting thing. This is the Tesla driver being a jerk because I guess this is a non-Tesla car that's able to use the Tesla charger. And now that Tesla driver is probably having to worry about vandalism. It comes full circle.
I didn't record your license plate, but you record my license plate, I'll record yours. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
So are you recording my license plate?
I mean, yeah, you have me in there too. You can get.
So this looks like a Nissan Leaf. Am I right?
As
Or it looks
aggressive
like
as
some
you
sort of
want.
looks like some sort of Nissan vehicle. So apparently they can be connected up to the Tesla chargers now, but it upsets other Tesla owners. Yeah, everybody's always going to be pissed off about something. Anyway, listen, I love watching videos. I love collecting the videos up and then watching them with you, and I hope you guys feel the same. If you do, hit the thumbs up button and come back tomorrow. We'll watch some more videos together. Have a good night.